lost, trying to figure out my niche. Where's my place? What's my purpose? Why am I pursuit of this? And I should probably have that figured out, but...
Okay, so I'm feeling a million different ways right now, but I just wanted to record myself, and maybe I'll post this because I probably am not the only one that feels this, especially if you're just journeying on self-care, letting go of a lot of old things that no longer serve you. You're healing. I put it in quotes because it's like healing is something that'll always take place because life is up and down. You'll always have to, modify and change and grow with the flow. But I am sitting here right now upset because of another person. And I don't even want to get into the details of it, but it's just like anytime as I'm healing, the more that things that I don't like happen, the more that I analyze them rather than view them as this like, my environment's so chaotic, but it's okay. I just start to analyze what it really is to feel what I'm feeling, why it is that I'm feeling what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it really that person that I'm mad at, or is it myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, and the more that certain things keep happening, the more that I get accustomed to change and things not always going how I would have expected or planned for them to be, which obviously we all get accustomed to after a while. But it's just like, even the emotional attachment to that, I just really start to look back at myself. Like, things wouldn't happen and I wouldn't be as sad if it weren't for me. Like, I gave whoever or whatever the energy in order for them to affect me in a way I don't want to be affected. And even outside of that, like, giving people something you said you weren't going to give, or not giving someone something you said you would give. Like, I was talking to my cousin the other day about this, about, standing on your word. And I initially was just like, am I petty for sticking to my word? As a woman, am I petty for not being more understanding? Am I petty for not being more open? Am I petty for not whatever? And him, just like all the other males in my life that's not my dad or niggas that I'm talking to, basically told me, like, no, you're not wrong at all for standing on what it is you want. If you said this year you wanted to do that, do that. Whatever it is. If you said this year, hey, I'm not gonna go back down memory lane with that person, but then this year comes and then you go back down memory lane because they said something that made you feel good for them 60 little seconds that you feel a feeling, or whatever the case may be, and then somehow they disappoint you again, but then you're mad at them. Like, I'm now at a point where I get mad at myself because I told me. It's like now I know, now it's like I'm self-betraying. Like, now I've told myself, this is what we're going to do. And it's all because I love you and I want to see you grow even more. And the second I say, well, maybe not for you, it's like I'm telling myself, after I just said something for myself, it's like I'm telling myself, well, I don't care that much about what you said you was going to do for yourself. So let's just go back on our word and, go back down that memory lane, or go back down that liquor out or go back down, you know what I'm saying? And whatever street you go down to pick up your weed. Like, literally, whatever you said you weren't gonna do, or you said that you were gonna do, is something I feel like you should stick to. Like, it's hard and it's uncomfortable and it's heartbreaking that can sometimes be. Like, I'm fighting my own emotions while I'm speaking this video, really to help myself get out of it, just get out of the funk. But it's just like, I really like genuinely believe that if I say something and I go back on my own word, when it's for myself, and a negative occurrence happens or a negative effect, conclusion occurs from that, it's like I get more frustrated with myself than said party, because I let that in. I let that in by breaking those the very thing I said I wasn't gonna do or break, or by going against the thing I said I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I figured my nails. I got this last one to take off, but it's just like, I think when things happen to me that aren't as positive as I'd like them to be, or if they result in an outcome I wasn't expecting or desired, I just look at it as a learning lesson still. I look at it as a time for reflection of self. Like, I just look at it as a reflection of self, because while it hurts that that person would do that, or while it hurts to be hurt by someone that you genuinely love, or that you genuinely like, or by a job that you genuinely enjoy, like, while that all hurts to be betrayed by these external forces, I think it's even more hurtful when you really step back and look and be like, damn, like, why the fuck did I let this happen? Like, why am I allowing this to happen? Especially if you have a cyclical thing happening with jobs or relationships or friends or just energies or places, environments, whatever the case. Like, if you're constantly feeling like this keeps happening to me, or oh my God, like, it's kind of like forcing you to be like, okay, let's go inside and see what the root cause of this is. Because now that it's happening, or now when it happens, I very much so view it in a way that is self-reflective. What about me wants to still allow that? What in me needs to be filled that I feel like these outside sources are filling? What is it that won't allow me to stick to what I really want to do? And this is literally with everything. Like, with your dreams that you're going after, with new goals that you've set in place, with things that you said you're gonna let go. Like, it's Super Bowl Sunday, I get, or not Super Bowl. It's Sunday. My house be the lit house. I don't stay on my own right now. Where I'm coming from and where I'm going can't even identify one another, and I'm okay with that. But I do know that in that process, I'm going to be uncomfortable, and that's okay, as long as you're learning and not sitting in that feeling, this feeling of victimization, this feeling of once again, or why, or is it me? Damn near a little bit, but it's not your fault that these external forces are treating you the way that they're treating you, but it is your fault that you keep allowing the same shit to happen. Like, if I say this year I'm only gonna drink water, this is just simple, okay? I'm not gonna drink any pop, may occasionally drink fresh fruit juice, but other than that, I'm only drinking water. You go out and your friend like, hey, let's get lit. Let's get lit. Let's get lit. And because you're so used to always getting lit when you go out, you feel like, okay, well, I gotta get some pop and some liquor. So you just completely broke it. And then it's like, oh, okay. And it's okay, like, if it happens, you know what I'm saying? You can forgive yourself and keep pushing. Like, I'm not making it seem like once you say you're gonna do it. And, well, I am saying that. Like, if you decide to do something, stick to it and do it. But at the same time, like, give yourself grace, but also be real with yourself. Also, like, keep it a buck. Like, okay, dang, I did that. I ain't gonna beat myself up about it, but I do want to get back on track. Don't do it and then be like, well, fuck it, I didn't start drinking, now let's keep going. No, like, you're literally redirecting your path backwards once again because of a mistake, or because, you know what I'm saying, an outside influence telling you to go backwards towards your old ways, and they may not even be doing it intentionally. That's what I'm saying. It all boils down to you. Like, all of these things that come to you 9 times out of 10 are a reflection of you. So it's great to reflect anytime things in your external life aren't really going the way you'd like, because they may be highlighting a part in you that you may need to address and heal and hold and make space and create space for. So I just literally talked myself out of way too much. Like, I don't even know where to begin. I just talked myself through an emotion, because if I don't, I'll sit in it, and I don't know, like, I mean, like I said, I think I might post this, but it's just like, I really truly feel as if, and this will be the last message, we settle. We as people settle, not all of us. Nothing is all encompassing ever, but I feel like, well, I wouldn't say that. Anyway, we settle because 9 times out of 10, we feel like the availability isn't there, social media, or I think 1 or 2, but 3 things, or because we feel like we don't deserve more, or going out for more, or desiring more is outlandish. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, just take those steps to get there, and you will. And I'm not even where I'm trying to go, by, like I just said, y'all are witnessing my environment. Even though I try to have ambient noises, sounds of water, and peaceful sounds going on in the background, y'all don't hear nothing but the chaos. And that's more often than not what it is. But it's okay. Like, where I'm going and where I am cannot even communicate with one another because they speak 2 different languages. Dead ass. And I know that deep in my heart, my faith is that strong, and you know, things don't faze me as much. However, like, I do still feel, you know what I'm saying? I do still have emotions. And so, yeah, I really had to just talk through that because something happened to me. I'm not going to get into it because it does involve someone else, and I ain't even trying to, it ain't even all that. Like, it's just it's a principle behind it. And I think it's really to just remind myself to stick to what I said I was going to do. And I've been doing that. And honestly, it's been giving me everything that I want. And when I veer off, it gives me what I don't want. It's like you set the intention for what you want to do, and it literally, you follow through with it, it literally gives you what you're going after. And I know that seems so like math problem equation type of thing, like 1 + 2 is 3, but like it kind of can be that simple sometimes. Like feelings, you feel them, accept them, and release. Don't sit in them bitches. Don't dwell on them. Don't act on them. Feel them. That's what you're supposed to do. They're feelings. And then keep going. Like, because it's life. And literally life is not linear. And I keep seeing that message, like, life isn't linear. Life has its ups and downs. Like, you need one in order to accept and appreciate the other, really. So it's like, don't settle. Stick to the goals you set for yourself. And just lastly, who cares what people think? There's so many things I haven't exposed about myself, about my talents, about my interests, about my life, about just advice even, like, because I'm afraid of being judged, or I'm afraid of, stepping into this new energy, this new me, this new wave, or understanding that I have of myself, or just this evolution. Like, fuck how people feel about who you are, who you're becoming, and forget how people in the past feel about who you are now. We're not meant to stay the same. We're not meant to be linear. We're not meant to be stagnant. We're meant to change, evolve, and adapt. And if people don't want to do that, Alexa, play Cut That Bitch Off.
That's My Job by Glenn Templeton. Amazon Music.
I'm just kidding. I was just joking. Alexa, stop. She didn't even say the right song. But either way, I'm going to go now. I feel better. Honestly, talking it out is a really good way to get through what you're going through. If you're ever feeling emotion way too heavy and it's just trying to take over your mood and your day and your actions and everything else, is not, talk it out, feel it, let it go, and speak truth, speak love, speak grace, speak fact back into yourself, so that you can really keep going on your journey and keep doing the things that you said you're trying to do. So yeah.
That's my privilege to hide. Thank the world for its every life. Thank the never-ending darkness for all of this light. Thank the people for the heart of their plight.